Hi guys. So pages 8 and 9 can be really confusing, especially page 8. So I wanted to do a quick explanation of what's going on here, okay? So Kino and Juana take the baby Coyotito out of their village into where the more populated area would be, where the Spanish Mexicans, kind of like a wealthier area, I guess you might call it. And it says it becomes a neighborhood affair. People follow them to see what will happen. Remember, this is before YouTube, it's before TV. You don't have electric, okay? So this is kind of very, I guess nowadays we'd think of it as like drama. It's dramatic. So they all want to find out what's going to happen. So the people that he lives around, those other people in the brush houses near his, all follow. And we see John Steinbeck do a description of what it looks like as they get closer to the city, where there's walls kind of blocking it in. They've got gardens and flowers and birds singing and splashing water. There's a plaza. And as they come into this plaza, there are beggars sitting by the church. Now, the beggars, they say the beggars are, and this would be the first, second, third paragraph I'm on right now. It says, and the newcomers, particularly the beggars, because new people are joining this procession, kind of like this parade of people going to the doctor. So these beggars from in front of the church join this parade of people. And it says that they're experts in financial analysis. So that means that beggars need to know who's got money and who doesn't have money, so they'll know who to beg from. They're experts in analyzing people's finances. That's all that means. And they look at Juana, and we get a good description of what Juana looks like from a different perspective now, not from Kino's perspective, which was in the first chapter, where Kino had described her as having little stars in her eyes, this really positive description. Now we see a different perspective where the beggars are describing her. So her old blue skirt, the tears in her shawl, the green ribbon on her braids, the age of Kino's blanket, his 1,000 washings, a little exaggeration, a little hyperbole there. And these beggars say Kino and Juana are poverty people. And they know that this is going to be dramatic. It says what drama might develop, okay? We also see that the beggars know about the doctor. We get some insight into the doctor through the beggar, okay? And what we learn about the doctor is that he's cheap. This is on the top of page 9. It's line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's line 6, that he gives little brown pennies for alms. So when he goes to church, if you go to church, you'll have the little bucket passed around, or people come around to get money to help support the church, and he only gives little brown pennies. We see that he is not very skilled. The beggars say, this is line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They had seen his corpses go into the church. Now, corpse is a dead body. So if the doctor's corpses are going into church, it means he's not very skilled. These people have died. And it also says something about, let's see, they know of his clumsy abortions. Now, an abortion is a very controversial procedure where women who are pregnant, I don't know how to phrase it properly, I guess, but get rid of the baby. This is lines 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if I should call it a baby but anyway, they're no longer pregnant. It's lines 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clumsy abortions. You don't want, if you are somebody who's doing a procedure, to have your surgical procedure be described as clumsy. Okay, clumsy means not skilled. Somebody who trips over their feet would be described as clumsy. Okay. If you continue reading, you see, oops, sorry about that. You will see that relationship between Kino and the doctor. This is the last paragraph on page 9. Starts with Kino hesitated a moment. The doctor was not of his people. He was of a race which for nearly 400 years had beaten and starved and robbed and despised Kino's race and frightened it too, so that the indigenous, the native people, came humbly to the door. And as always, when he came near to one of this race, Kino felt weak and afraid and angry at the same time. Rage and terror went together. He could kill the doctor more easily than he could talk to him, for all of the doctor's race spoke to all of Kino's race as though they were simple animals. So we see the beginning of the relationship that I was talking about in our new learning today, where you're going to see the doctor show his prejudice toward the indigenous people, how he considers them simple animals on pages 10 to 12. So that was all that happened on pages 8 to 9. I hope that helped you understand it a little bit better. And if you're still struggling, you can listen to the alternative link I gave you right here on slide 7. Right here, this link is an alternative version which simplifies the reading. It doesn't follow it word for word. It simplifies it to help you understand. So maybe you've already listened to pages 8 to 12, but you need to hear it in a way that makes more sense. So you can go back to that link and listen to it. All right. Please email or put in the document if you have any other questions about today. So in the office hours document. Okay. That's from slide 1. Have a great day, everybody.